Good day. My name is Ed McFerran. I'm House Counsel for Tax Deferred Exchange Services. That's the company that is part of McFerran Law Offices who you have contacted regarding potentially looking at a tax deferred exchange. I welcome you today. You've probably spoken with one of our staff members, and you may have already received either electronically or by mail or in some fashion, maybe courier pigeon, information regarding tax deferred exchanges. The reason that we're having this short video at this stage is to accompany the information that we provide you, and also to inform you a little bit about our history and our involvement in tax deferred exchanges. I'm not going to spend a long time today other than to tell you that I've been completing tax deferred exchanges on behalf of clients for about 33 years now, so we're not new to these tax deferred exchanges. Also, you need to know that tax deferred exchanges have been with us since 1921. That probably surprises you. It surprises many people that we talk with. So these are not a new get-rich-quick cable TV program type of event. These are well established in the tax code and today are an integral part of an investor's course of practice. The goal behind a tax deferred exchange, of course, is to defer capital gains. And in order to accomplish that, over the history of tax deferred exchanges, we have methods of accomplishing those. Today, the good news is that there is a pre-approved method, what the Internal Revenue Service calls safe harbor, that allows us to deal with you as a client and to tell you unequivocally, as long as you meet the timelines and the rules, that you will have the ability to not be concerned about audit, not to be concerned about not qualifying, because the course of activity today provides a pre-approved safe harbor method of completing tax deferred exchanges. That's the good news. The bad news is that there's an awful lot of timelines that are constraining, and those will be the course of stress for you potentially during the course of your tax deferred exchange. What do we do? Well, you may have heard the term accommodator. You may have heard the term facilitator. Those are terms that show up on the internet on a pretty regular basis. And the magic term today is qualified intermediary. Leave it to the Internal Revenue Service to make things complicated. But our job is that of a qualified intermediary. We commonly say that we're the glue that holds the tax deferred exchange together. Approximately 99% of all tax deferred exchanges throughout the country utilize the qualified intermediary method of completing the transaction. It's a cost-effective method, and in fact you'll find that the costs are relatively insignificant. We often say that doing a tax deferred exchange is merely an extra escrow fee, so they're not expensive in order to accomplish, and as a result they can be very cost-effective for your transaction. Our services involve consulting with you. It involves providing services that are legal in nature, so we're acting as attorneys in that regard, but we're acting as qualified intermediaries as regards your potential transaction. And we provide what I like to refer to as tour guide services. We're the tour guides through a transaction that we've been through hundreds of thousands of times, I'm sorry to say, and for which you want to have the tour only once. Want to have a good tour, and we've been through the tour many times, so hopefully we'll be able to provide you on an ongoing basis personal contact, all the things necessary in order to accomplish a successful tax deferred exchange, and to do so on a fixed fee basis. And interestingly enough, our fixed fee is such that it's a part of the transactions, an allowable closing cost, and you won't have to spend any money whatsoever for the services that we provide. Those services will all be paid for from the course of your transaction. In a nutshell, you are going to be selling a property. We call that the relinquished property. In a nutshell, you'll probably be acquiring another property. We call that a replacement property. In the course of this dealing, those types of transactions will be ones in which we help and assist the transactions to be completed legally so that they can be completed as a qualified tax deferred exchange. In order to accomplish that, we will be providing a variety of documents associated with the transaction, and we will be available daily to help and assist you in the timelines associated with it. So as we move forward in the transaction, we do ask that you keep in contact with us. We have a staff here. We're located in Tacoma, Washington. That's our home office. We do have some offices in Seattle and up in Silverdale and over in Kent. But our services are throughout the United States. Our services are not limited to the state of Washington as we're operating under federal law. So if you have a transaction that involves any state of the country, Alaska, Hawaii, the Virgin Islands, or the state of Washington, we can help you in your transaction. You don't need to have a qualified intermediary in each state. We provide qualified intermediary services for all the states around the country. You need not be concerned about that one iota. So at this point, you can have some questions. We do have a website, and that website is easy to find because it's taxexchange.com. It has a variety of articles on the website. It also has a connection to the McFerran Law website, which has articles as well. But that doesn't replace the fact that we have very qualified people. Our people have been with us for many, many years, and we're available on the phone 8:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock at night in order to help and assist you with questions that you may have in your tax-deferred exchange. So with that, feel free to contact us at our various numbers. 253-471-1200 is our number in Tacoma, or take a look at the literature that you have available to you either on the websites or electronically that you've received from one of our staff members. We look forward to serving you. Good day.